The Russians are dug in. Their troops are well rested. Morale is good. They and what they do in a place like this village I described, they create what they call a crumple zone. What that is, they fall back a little bit. The Ukrainians advance, and then the Russians just slaughter them. This is sad and tragic. I just want to be clear. This is a meat grinder because of Russian artillery superiority and the targeting ability and air supremacy, etc. Russian casualties are horrendous. Estimates are hard, but some researchers. Oh, sorry, I think I said Russia. I meant to say Ukraine. Ukrainian casualties are horrendous. Some researchers have dug up burial records, death certificates, local census information, news reports, anecdotal evidence, etc. And the estimates are that the number of Ukrainian dead since the start of the war, 300,000 to 400,000, bearing in mind that the entire military was under 2 million. And just in this vaunted offensive, which started on June 4th to today, so 3.5 months, about 70,000 or higher, and then they're losing 1,000 a week or more. So this is, and they've thrown in the reserves. The idea that, okay, we penetrated something, who knows what, and here come the reserves. They don't have any reserves. They use the reserves to get as far as they have. So, and some of these things are high profile. They send a drone, waterborne drone. By the way, all totally controlled by MI6, CIA, special forces. Don't doubt for a second that the UK and the US are behind all this, but they keep a low profile. It looks like the Ukrainians figured this out. So, and then other people say, well, the Russians are not advancing. The Russians must be bogged down because they're not advancing. Well, two things. Number one, on the southern front, which is I was describing, and then around to Bakhmut, and then further north, it's kind of an L. Here's Zaporizhzhia, and then up into Donetsk. The Russians are not advancing. Why should they? The Ukrainians are attacking, and the Russians are slaughtering the Ukrainians. This is Kursk. This is a replay of major battles in World War II. It's a replay of World War I to some extent. But if you're dug in and your casualties are light and your supplies are good and the enemy's charging and you're slaughtering them, why would you advance? You just keep doing it. Number one. Number two, the Russians are advancing in the north. A place called Kupiansk. It's at the northern end of the Oxal River. And the Russians have slowed down a little bit. Now, interesting, right now, today, as we speak, there's not a lot going on the battle lines. There has been since June. By the way, this advance, to the extent there is any, by the Ukrainians, it's cost them half of their armor. The British Challenger tanks are burning on the battlefield. The German Leopard tanks are burning on the battlefield. The American Bradley fighting vehicles are burning on the battlefield. The British Ministry of Defense even contacted the Ukrainians, said, don't send in any more British tanks because it's not good for sales if people see them, kind of hitting mines and burning up. And now the U.S. is going to send the Abrams tanks. Who knows? The F-16s. I saw an F-16 the other day. I was on the Air National Guard base. They're kind of obsolete. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's super advanced ones. They're not the ones Ukraine is getting. Oh, so the Netherlands is going to give Ukraine their used F-16s. Okay. Those are not the most modern ones by any stretch, number one. Number two, the Netherlands were going to dump them anyway because the U.S. wants them to buy F-35s. I mean, you have to understand the extent to which this is just sales for Lockheed Martin. I mean, I sound like I'm being cynical, but the facts bear this out. They were going to dump those planes anyway. I don't know who they were going to sell them to, but the U.S. wants them to buy F-35s, and the Netherlands wants to buy the F-35s. So we'll dump these F-16s that'll be easily shot down by Russian S-400 missiles. So we'll have burning F-16s on the battlefield. It's just a disaster.
Wow.
Straight across the board.
Wow.
So then you say, well, why is the U.S. doing this? By the way, I'm depressed and can't believe the warmongering going on in the United States. But I don't get the UK. Like there are bigger warmongers in the UK, and I'm like, why are you so? Not you personally, but why is the UK so interested in this? But I don't know. I must be missing something. But But the warmongering coming out of, mouthpieces like the Economist and the FT is kind of unbelievable. But
are they following the lead of the U.S. in order to get favorable treatment from the U.S. and maybe a future trade deal? Is that why? Or is it not that simple?
I think so. There has to be another reason, because I don't see how it's in the UK interest. This is not Poland 1939. Sorry, we don't have to revisit that, but that's not what this is. The peace conference that Boris Johnson blew up in March 2022 was not Munich. It was actually a serious peace negotiation between Putin and Zelensky, moderated by Erdogan in Turkey. And Boris Johnson went over there and said, said to Zelensky, you go one step further, forget it, forget NATO, forget the EU, forget the weapons, you're on your own. And Zelensky said, okay. And he threw in with the West, which was, talk to the Afghanis about trusting Biden. He stabbed them in the back, and they'll do the same to Ukraine. You can already see that coming. But anyway, that decision was made. So the view is you have to look at Jake Sullivan, who's the National Security Advisor. Now, he's a lightweight intellect. He's got no business in the seat previously occupied by people like, Henry Kissinger and other luminaries, or, before that, John Foster Dulles, James Baker, George Shultz. Where are these people? Some of them are 100 years old, but where's the modern equivalent? We don't have it. We don't have that kind of talent. But Sullivan is really a campaign hack. He was the guy who organized the letter signed by the 51 intelligence officers, senior guys. I know a lot of them, saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation when it was authentic, and the FBI knew it was authentic, and that's been verified.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me. not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.